Hello guys and welcome to episode 71 of Pokemon Horizons. Alright. Well yeah, last week's episode was the episode where I was on the side of Bombardier. Bombardier did nothing wrong. Bombardier was the victim. And it's kind of like, seeing it evolve. Out of all of the secondary Pokemon's evolutions, I do think Dots is the most, what's called, the one that I'm the most okay with, but still, I want them to use their other Pokemon more. Especially since, we're 70 episodes into it, and they only use one Pokemon all the time. It's a bit annoying. So it is the Shining Pond. I'd never played this DLC. And I haven't really watched people play it either, so... But I assume it's something from the game. I think Pokemon Horizon suffers the most when it tries to follow the games too much. And that is something that the Game Freak, or the Pokemon Company, I don't remember which, kind of forced the animation staff to do. Because they were a bit jealous that Pokemon Horizons was pretty good. So they wanted to make it worse. Like when it comes to the actual story. When Horizons follows its main story, it's amazing. Oh, meet with the dead. Are you gonna see your parents? No, it's probably going to be Lucius. And whoever that third individual is. Lucius is most likely not gay. Most likely not gay. Who knows? He's most likely not dead. Oh, hello, Milotic. Okay. That was a voice. Okay. Comment from episode 70 by Duplede. How many Pokemon does Ash usually have by episode 70? Them having 2 seems really low. But imagine how little screen time each would get if they had 6. Yeah. And I don't think all of them should have 6. I don't mind if, let's say, Dot, for example, had 2 or 3 Pokemon. Or Roy. I think Liko and Roy should, by this time, probably have 3 Pokemon each. Maybe even 4. I think 3 is probably the best each. But the biggest problem, not necessarily that they don't have Pokemon, because at this point in time, I don't want them to catch more Pokemon. That's something I'm because they don't use their other Pokemon. So when they have more Pokemon, and they still only use one Pokemon, it annoys me so much. So, in my opinion, Horizons would have been even better if they if they only had their starters. If they only had one Pokemon, it would have been better. Because at least it's kind of you're not why do you have 2 Pokemon if you're never gonna use them? But by episode 70, Ash probably tends to have 6 Pokemon, maybe even 9, 6 to 9 Pokemon. Alright. It looks a lot better in the Pokédex than it did the first screen we got. Okay. We're gonna have... Oh, this is the first time we see a Pokemon that doesn't terrestrialize to a type it is. Okay, that's cool. Please Of course, use their starters. Roy. Oh, well, I guess it's a ghost type now. But Dot, you just had, in the previous episode, your Tinker evolved, and it was Brutal Swing, which is super effective. So at the moment, I am rooting for... God. Milotic. Milacross. I hope Milacross knocks out all of their starters and they have to use their other Pokemon. And also, I really like Milotic as a Pokemon. Milotic, yeah, just go into the water. It's like, Niarota, you think you're strong enough to hold me in place? I'll just dive. But I will say I'm quite liking this episode so far. We're going straight into action. Okay, that's cool. And this is basically giving them training, which is something I think they really need. They need more battles that aren't against Elite Four members and gym leaders. They need more battles versus wild Pokemon and just random trainers. Or just go into the water. Like dive. Okay. I like Melodious look right there. Like, are you motherfuckers serious? Nice. Good hit. They're just spamming disarming voice against each other. Come on. The other two, while they are locked, hit them. Okay. Oh, this is how they feed it, by those two singing versus each other. Oh. Oh. God damn it. God fucking damn it. This show is like, they can't show them win. Actually defeat something. Okay. I didn't mind that battle, I'll say that. I didn't mind that battle, but fuck me, do I hate how it ended. Well, you look good. I like your corset, whatever it is you were wearing. Or maybe it was just some territory. It's like, you people, unknown, you're walking in on my land. I'll push you back. And let's ignore our other Pokemon because they're not important. She's like, what the fuck? Like, oh, you know about Galapagos? Okay. I mean, she wants to learn. Like, in books. Oh, wait. You've seen an actual... Okay, she's seen an awakened Terapagos. So it's not like a unique Pokemon. There are other Terrapagosses. Even in this timeline, they are still around. Unless Terrapagos... No, it can't be, because this Terrapagos was independent this whole time, so... Alright, are they gonna make some curry? Oh, she hasn't caught one. Yes, just welcome. Not my other partners. They're worthless. I don't care about them. Yes. I mean, let's hope you guys just blabbing all this stuff to her isn't gonna end up biting you guys in the ass. I mean, I guess the reason they're doing it is because, well, Fried trusts this person. But I would be like, we need to be, I think maybe a little, Heather. Is that the girl we saw? Okay, he. Mr. Heather. Okay, I thought you said Miss first. Fried is not impressed. Rikuza Rising. Oh, she has the Scarlet Book. Okay. Yep, I guess Terrapagos is based off the turtle with... God, okay. It's not who I thought. Oh god, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I was gonna say something, but it completely out of my mind now. Alright. So I actually... So I wonder how long ago this was. If this was during Lucius's time. Because apparently Lucius and all those weren't that far away. Which I kind of wish if they would have done it so Lucius, Gibeah and all that was kind of like maybe 400 to 600 years. At least 500 years ago. I think would have been better than I think it's actually like 150 years or something. So it's still a lot, but it doesn't feel like it's enough to where it would be like the way that they're doing it in the show. I think 150 years, all things considered, isn't that long ago. Or maybe it's the other way around. Yeah. Oh god. Excuse me. She's all, wait, a black Rayquaza? It's good that you're not mentioning it, Liko. You should not mention this to her. They should be stuck within your team. She's like, someone who might be useful to us. Let her do research. And then we can have, some... we can talk with her through our phones. Exchange information with each other. Yeah, make sure there's no glass windows around. But he didn't show up. Because he's not dead. Lucius is not dead. Yeah, so let's find Cleavor. Okay, nice. Cleavor is around. Like, who are these motherfuckers that are around Terrapagos? And they're even in the Shining Pool. I will say at least this episode is going like quite fast. Like we had a battle with Melodic. Now we had this part right here with a little bit of story. Now we're getting a third part of the story. So and now I assume at the end of this we're gonna be like, alright, we're gonna see Cleavor, so if you're gonna get an episode like this, I think this is how they should do it. And I'm still wondering if it is an actual Entei, or if it is the not Burning Bulwark, what is it called? The Paradox Entei? Raging Fury? Oh god, I don't know. Like, oh wait. Guardy, okay. Like, how is there a one of these around? Whew, you look great. How is it impossible? Like, but maybe there are like small breeding populations of those still around. She's like, wait a minute. How do you know about them? Good Dot. But then, it's like, poor Dot. Oh man. I mean, in this case, I would be like, Dot, you fighting her with your welcome. Oh, wait. Leafeon. Do not use Welcome. Please. No, Dot, you have 2 Pokemon. Oh, Dot. Dot should lose this. I don't want Dot to win now. Dot, you have 2 Pokemon. We already saw you use your Welcome versus Source Dance. Okay, that's very cool. Against Milotic. Pounds. Okay, I guess you don't have Wing Attack anymore. Oh, Dot, if only you had a Steel Fairy type Pokemon. But oh well, too bad you don't have that. Man, if this would have been a 2 versus 2 battle, that would have been great. Dot starts off with Tinkatuff versus Leafeon. Tinkatuff actually wins. And then Tinkatuff loses versus Growlithe. And then Dot fights Growlithe with Welcome, and Welcome wins. Because right now, it's kind of like, okay, the battle is fine, but I have no interest in this battle because because she's using Welcome. That makes me be like, even though the battle was fine, I don't give a fuck anymore. You know? So it was nice seeing Dot win. It was nice. But, oh man. She's a hot as fuck woman, that's who she is. Alright. Maybe she can join them for a little while. Kinda like how Todd Snap used to. Alright, well, that wasn't an awful episode. It wasn't trash. I quite liked all the individual parts. Like, I liked the beginning part with the battle versus Melacross. The only thing is that, alright, they use their starters again. So it's kind of like every part has like a big negative to it. Even though I like them, they have this huge negative. The first one, them using starters, like, oh, fuck off. But then, because of what we saw there at the end, with Dot fighting the photographer, like, okay, if she would have used her Welcome, I can understand, because she can have this second battle now, where she will use her Tinkatuff. So it kind of makes sense that, alright, to show off Dot using 2 Pokemon. But they didn't do that. They just showed her using her Welcome. Like, if they didn't do this starter wanking, I would have loved this episode. It would be a great episode, because it's kind of like a good episode. But that glaring weakness, like, why are you even showing the secondary Pokemon in this outro and the intro? Why do you even show them? Like, there's no point, because they have no point in the actual story. And I hate that. Because Pokemon is about being a good trainer. Bonding with your Pokemon, right? They're gonna be like, oh, this show isn't that much about battling as the Ash one. Then show them interact with their Pokemon. Show them care about all of their Pokemon. You know, like, what the fuck? Alright, so next time they're going to... Oh no. Fuck off. We're just gonna see them Oh, okay. I mean, I love... God. The DNC Carbing. There we go. I mean, I am looking forward to next week's episode, but man, just seeing those starter Pokemon fighting right there made me go like, oh god, we're gonna get more of that bullshit of basically only the starter Pokemon being allowed to do anything. I mean, we did see Kilowattrel, but I know what's gonna happen. I'm doing a prediction right here. Kilowattrel is not gonna do anything. The only thing Kilowattrel is gonna do is carry Fuecoco, Crocolore. That's the only thing it will do. And if it is gonna battle, it's gonna get knocked out immediately without doing anything. That's what they're gonna do. I know that. I have very negative feelings right now, even though I like the episode. If I'm gonna give this episode a rating, it would probably be like a 6 out of 9, with the potential of becoming like a 7, maybe even probably a potential of becoming a 7 out of 9 if they would have used the other Pokemon. And it's kind of like this overhanging gloom, overhanging what's called dark cloud over Horizon as a series, which is them only using the starters. And I think, like other people that I've talked to and all that seems to be like the biggest problem people have with the show. So in my case, it's like the only big problem I have with the show. At first, I was a bit like, okay, they're gonna start learning that they need to use the other Pokemon. But no. Like, we're 71 episodes in. That's insane.